Let me ask you something honestly. Do you ever feel like a walking contradiction? You have these massive, world-changing dreams, but you can't even find the energy to fold your laundry. People look at your slow days and call you lazy, and eventually you start believing them. But what if you're not broken? What if your mind is just a high-performance engine that refuses to waste fuel on things that don't matter? You aren't lazy, you're strategically conserving power. In this video, we're uncovering the hidden genius of being lazy yet ambitious and why it might be your greatest advantage.
1. The efficiency paradox. Have you ever noticed something strange? The person who looks the laziest often finds the smartest shortcut. That's not an accident. It's the efficiency paradox. When someone is ambitious but hates unnecessary effort, their brain starts hunting for better systems. They don't want to do less because they're careless. They want to do less because they respect their time. While others are busy looking productive, this person is quietly redesigning the process so it takes half the energy and twice the impact. They aren't cutting corners, they're cutting friction. They work hard once so they don't have to suffer forever. That's not laziness. That's intelligence with boundaries. 2. Selective hyper-focus. If you're lazy but ambitious, your brain doesn't work like everyone else's. There's no middle mode. Either you're completely drained or you're locked in for 12 straight hours, forgetting to eat, forgetting to sleep. People call this inconsistency, but it's not. Your brain simply runs on meaning. Small, boring tasks drain you because they don't light anything up inside, but give you something that matters, something that feels aligned, and suddenly the lazy label disappears. You don't lack discipline, you lack emotional fuel. And when that fuel is present, you're unstoppable. High opportunity cost awareness. Lazy, ambitious people don't hate work, they hate meaningless work. Deep down, they're constantly asking one question: is this worth my energy? If the answer is no, their body resists, not out of rebellion, but out of self-protection. They understand, often instinctively, that time is the one thing you never get back. That's why meetings that could have been emails feel painful. That's why busy work feels insulting. They don't want to be active, they want to be effective. They'd rather do nothing than do something that doesn't matter. They work hard once so they don't have to suffer forever. Analysis paralysis. Sometimes what looks like laziness is actually fear wearing a disguise. When your ambition is big, you don't just see the next step, you see the entire mountain, and it's overwhelming. So you pause, you overthink, you wait for the perfect moment. This is analysis paralysis. You're not avoiding effort. You're avoiding the pain of doing something imperfectly. You care deeply, maybe too deeply, and that weight can freeze you. You're not broken. You're just trying to protect a dream that means a lot to you. 5. Strategic procrastination. For some people, procrastination isn't a flaw, it's a trigger. Lazy, ambitious minds often need pressure to wake up. Deadlines create urgency. Urgency creates adrenaline, and adrenaline finally flips the switch. That's why they wait until the last moment and then produce something incredible. It's exhausting, yes, but it's also how they bypass their own resistance. They're not careless, they're wired differently. Pressure is the spark that turns potential into action. 5. Outcome-oriented thinking. Lazy, ambitious people are obsessed with results, not routines. They see the finish line clearly, but the daily grind feels heavy. They don't enjoy the process for the sake of it, and that's okay. Not everyone is meant to fall in love with repetition. Their laziness is really just impatience for impact. They don't want to walk in circles, they want progress. The struggle comes when they think something is wrong with them for not enjoying the grind. There isn't. They just need systems that shorten the distance to the goal. 6. Energy conservation theory. From an evolutionary perspective, this personality actually makes sense. Humans didn't survive by being busy all day. They survived by resting deeply, then acting intensely when it mattered. Lazy, ambitious people follow the same pattern. They conserve energy for big moves, not small noise.
They don't want constant motion. They want decisive action. If this is you, stop shaming yourself. You're not weak. You're built for bursts of power, not endless hustle. 7. The guilt cycle. Here's the hardest part: resting without peace. When a truly lazy person relaxes, they enjoy it. But when you rest, your ambition sits next to you, reminding you of everything you haven't done yet. So you're tired and guilty. That guilt drains more energy than work ever could. But here's the truth: your ambition needs rest to survive. Creativity is born in stillness. Even kings sleep. Rest isn't betrayal, it's preparation. 8. The work smarter instinct. Most breakthroughs weren't created by people who loved working hard. They were created by people who hated inefficiency. Lazy, ambitious people are natural system builders. They automate, simplify, and optimize, not because they're avoiding work, but because they want leverage. They don't want to push the machine, they want to design it. While others celebrate hustle, they quietly celebrate elegance, and that's why their solutions last. 9. Fear of failure disguised as laziness. Sometimes "I'm lazy" really means I'm scared. Scared to try fully. Scared to fail honestly. Because if you never give your best, you never have to face the possibility that your best wasn't enough. Laziness becomes armor. But here's the release: failing after trying is not weakness, it's courage. The moment you realize your laziness was just your ambition protecting itself, you gain freedom. Freedom to try, freedom to be messy, freedom to finally move. If you're lazy but ambitious, you're not a contradiction, you're a paradox with potential. You don't need more shame, you need better systems, deeper alignment, and permission to work your way. When you stop fighting how you're wired and start working with it, everything changes. Quietly, powerfully, permanently.
If you believe in calm growth, simple discipline, and long-term thinking, this channel is for you. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay patient, stay consistent, and take care of yourself.